The book of Nehemiah tells the story of one of the great underdog construction projects of the ancient world, rebuilding the entire wall of Jerusalem while under the constant threat of attack. It's a story of incredible leadership, national revival, and sheer, gritty determination. The official record names priests, goldsmiths, perfume makers, and rulers who all picked up a sword and a trowel to get the job done. But buried in this long, official-sounding list of men, there's a single, stunning line that breaks the mold. It's a detail so easy to miss, but so profound it changes how you see the entire story. It mentions the only women specifically credited with joining the work. We're looking at Nehemiah chapter 3, verse 12, to uncover the story of Shallum's daughters and what their forgotten contribution reveals about building for God. To understand why this one verse is so powerful, you have to picture the scene. Imagine a city that's just a shadow of its former glory. This is Jerusalem in the mid-5th century BC, decades earlier. The Babylonian Empire had swept through, leveling the city, burning the temple, and smashing the defensive walls. The nation's leaders, thinkers, and craftsmen were dragged into exile. Now a remnant has returned. They are back in their homeland, but they are vulnerable, surrounded by enemies, and living in what's basically a glorified ruin. The city gates are burned, and the walls are piles of rubble. In the ancient world, a city without walls wasn't a city, it was a target. It had no security, no stability, and no real identity. It was a constant, humiliating reminder of defeat. This is the crisis Nehemiah, cupbearer to the Persian king, finds when he arrives. He sees the broken down walls not just as a construction problem, but as a spiritual crisis. Rebuilding them was a declaration. We are a people once more. We have a future. God is restoring us. But the task was monumental and incredibly dangerous. The local governors from surrounding territories, men like Sanballat and Tobiah, were furious. They saw a rebuilt Jerusalem as a threat to their power. They mocked the builders, conspired against them, and threatened to attack. The threat became so real that Nehemiah armed the work crews. He writes that every builder had to work with a tool in one hand and a weapon in the other. They were construction workers and soldiers at the same time. This was not a peaceful community project. It was a high-stakes, life-or-death operation. You get the impression that this was a world of dirt, danger, and defense, a man's world. At least, that's what the first 11 verses might lead you to believe. Nehemiah chapter 3 is a fascinating document. On the surface, it reads like a contractor's report, a list of names detailing who built which section of the wall. You can trace the progress gate by gate, tower by tower. The high priest built the sheep gate. The men of Jericho built the section next to him. After them came Zachar son of Imri. It goes on like this, a roll call of dedication. We see priests working alongside common laborers. We see perfume makers and goldsmiths, men whose expertise was in fine, delicate work, doing heavy manual labor. It was a project that united everyone, breaking down normal social barriers. Everyone had a stake in the city's survival, so everyone pitched in. The chapter paints a beautiful picture of shared ownership. It's a powerful testament to community effort. But as you read through the list, a long list of fathers and sons, of men identified by their trade or hometown, a clear pattern emerges. This was a record of the men who built the wall. And then we get to verse 12. As we're tracing the wall's reconstruction, the narrative gives us something completely unexpected. The text says, Shallum son of Halahesh, ruler of a half-district of Jerusalem, repaired the next section. So far, so normal. Another male leader doing his part. But then it adds a phrase that should make us stop in our tracks. With the help of his daughters. Let that sink in. In this entire chapter, this meticulous record of builders, these are the only women explicitly named as helping to build the wall. After a long list of men, the scribe, inspired by God, makes a special point to include them. He could have just said, Shallum repaired the next section. But he didn't. The record specifically credits the daughters. This isn't a casual detail. It begs us to ask, who were these women? And why is their inclusion so important? First, let's look at their father. He was Shallum, son of Halahesh, ruler of a half-district of Jerusalem. This is significant. Shallum was a person of authority. He likely had resources and could have paid for hired laborers. But instead, his own family got involved, which speaks volumes about his personal commitment. But why his daughters? The Bible doesn't say, so we're left to consider the possibilities. Perhaps Shallum had no sons. In a patriarchal society, their participation would have ensured his family's contribution was made. Or perhaps, and this is a powerful thought, his daughters were simply willing and able. When the survival of their entire community was on the line, social conventions became less important than the urgent need of the hour. It was an all-hands-on-deck situation, and their gender didn't matter as much as their commitment. So what did they actually do? Scholars debate the precise nature of their work. Some believe they were right there on the wall, doing the same back-breaking physical labor as the men, hauling stones, clearing rubble, and mixing mortar. Given the danger, this would have been an act of incredible courage. Others suggest their help might have been logistical or financial. Building a wall requires a massive support system. Perhaps they were managing supplies, distributing water, or even funding the section's repair from their family's wealth. Ultimately, the language used suggests they were active participants. Their contribution was real, recognized, and deemed so significant that it was recorded for all time. Whether they did it with their hands, their minds, or their resources, they helped build the wall. If you're discovering something new about the Bible today and appreciate these often overlooked stories, take a moment to subscribe so you don't miss our next exploration. What we've uncovered is remarkable, but what it means is even more profound. Like Shallum's daughters, we are invited to find our section of the wall, pick up our tools, and join in the great work of restoration God is doing in the world. What other overlooked figures in the Bible inspire you? Let me know in the comments below. I read them all, and your suggestions might just become our next deep dive. Thank you for watching.